So I played again at Parx for the first time in a little bit. Again, the curse of Parx continues. Still haven't cashed. I busted out about level 9, and yeah, I'm probably not playing well enough right now, and I need to focus. So yeah, here are some of the more either interesting or just more memorable hands that happened during the tournament. So I had these queens under the gun. I raised it a little bit. My plan early on was to just kind of like observe. But premium hands like that, yeah, I'm in raise. Everybody folds to the big blind. She had a smaller stack, starting case 25k. She had about 12 or so. She tanks for a little bit, and she goes all in. I call, and everybody else folded. We're isolated. I beat my hand. She had pocket jacks. I had pocket queens, and the board ran, clean, and I was able to get, pick up a very decent pot. So I had been watching for an hour or so, and under the gun, I had 4 or 5 of spades, and I just limp in. And a pretty tight player with a decent amount of chips. He'd been playing pretty good so far from what I'd seen. He made a pretty big raise, 4 or 5x raise, and somebody else had limped in between us, and then 2 more people call, and 4 or 5 of spades. I make the call, and we go to a flop. So flop comes out ace 2-3, and I flop absolute nuts. I don't lead out on it. Maybe I should have, but that many players and an aggressive player leading out. I didn't think I was up against aces. That's the only thing I'm afraid of. But I'm hoping he bets, but he doesn't. It gets checked all the way around. Turn was the ace of spades. I lead out about a third to half the pot, and everybody folded. And this is the kind of thing you do when you're playing bad. I show my hand, which is you're just giving away way too much information by just exposing hands for no reason. So now we're pretty deep into the tournament. About a third of the players have been gone. I left. I think there were probably 75 to 80 players. There's about 30 left. I had a decent stack, about 35 big blinds. And this is the kind of hand that's shouldn't play, or I don't really regret it, but it's the kind of mediocre hand that could get you in trouble. And I'm trying to play more hands, thinking my skill level is advanced enough that I should play these kind of hands. It was 7-8 off. I was 1 off the button, and it'd been limped in by 2 other players. So it comes to me, and I just make the call, and we go into the flop 4 ways. So the flop comes out 8 high with 2 clubs. So the initial raiser who got in with a 2.5x raise, the blinds had folded, so it's 3 of us. He checks. So I'm thinking, I guess, up 2 big hands, 2 big cards. But the guy who had limped in right after leads out a small bet. I think he made it 5k. And I have flop top pair. I'm going to push out the flush draws. Chances are, I should be okay. Maybe not. I put the other guy who let out with a bet, like a medium pair, like 6s, 5s, or maybe a flush draw. So I re-raise him. I make it about 15K, and the guy who had raised pre-flop and checked goes all in. And the other guy says, "Oh man," and he goes all in. So at this point, I'm thinking, am I up against 2 flush draws? What's going on? I have everyone covered. I'll still have, a little bit more than 10 big blinds. If I make a call, I already put in so many chips. I put in 15K, and it's probably going to be another 18K, 19K to cover both of them. So I make the call. I turn over my 7-8. Sure enough, the first guy had hit the 4, and he had a 4 king of clubs. He was on a draw, but the middle guy, position guy, had hit the case 4 for a set, and I was pretty much in bad shape. Turn was a deuce. This spot, the 4 club can't win. I needed an 8. I had 2 outs, an 8 or an 8. I don't hit. The 9 of diamonds comes, and the set stacks up pretty nicely. So the last hand of the night for me was I was on the big blind. I had about 10 big blinds, maybe a little bit more before I paid that big blind. So I had about 10 big blinds, maybe a little bit less after putting in the big blind on the ante. Those are raised and a couple of callers. I had 8 jack. I decide I'm priced in 5-1 odds. I'll throw in the additional chips, and we go to a flop 4 ways. So flop comes out 3 jack 8, flop top 2. No considerable draws here, and I check with the intent of going all in, either on the bet or on the turn, no matter what comes. It gets checked to the big blind, who raises. He raises a small amount. The other guy folds. I go over the top. I go all in. The 4th guy folds, and he doesn't even think about it too long. He says, "I call." He turns over pocket 10s. I flop. I turn over my top 2. At this point, I'm feeling like it's good. The turn is a queen, and the guy next to me goes like, "Oh no, not like this, not like this." And sure enough, 9 hits on the river. He hits the runner straight, and I was out. So it was a fun game. No regrets. Maybe that 7-8 previously. I could have held off a little bit, and chances are I probably don't play the 8 jack with 10 big blinds. Either way, I just got to focus on playing a little bit better. So let's go. So this week again, same plan on Friday afternoon. I'm going to try to Parx. It's a good structured tournament. I'll try again. I will see.